Good on you, Avi. That left one at Davos, that was the best thing I've ever
Which
seen.
one? There's
The one where you were following around the Black Rock dude.
we will be at Bondi 10:45. Okay, there.
Well done. I'll leave you to it.
No, all right. So, no, so which one? Which one in
The
where?
one in West when you were following the guy running the Black Rock.
The thing.
Yeah.
He is the
Scary.
dude that everyone points to when they. Yeah. He's like the dude that people point to go.
That's
You
the
see,
bad guy,
Jews
right.
control the world.
And then you were like taking down. Right?
It's got nothing to do with being Jewish.
Exactly, that's the sad thing. He took your photo, that was...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Dead in line. Although, I don't know, he's probably in the front of the line. I'll be.
Good on you, mate.
Him, I would worry about. Are you guys local?
Yeah, we are, yeah.
Avi, Hamudi.
Mama time.
Sorry, Mama Chan. My name is Thomas.
Thanks, guys.
God bless. Okay, then to our backyard, man.
Yeah.
I know your sister worked in
Did
Catholic
you?
College for 10 years. I know Jacob Levitan, I know the family, Rabbi Schlanger.
Amichai's getting here, and
Okay,
I'll
fine,
do
no
it in
worries.
between.
No worries, if you
Thanks
want.
for everything, eh?
Dang.
Thank you.
What, Shikli, the guy from Israel?
Yeah.
How long is he? How far away is he?
Just get a bit of a thing, show the people what there is, and in a minute we'll have that. You don't have enough cable.
Hello, mate.
How you doing?
Yeah, watch you at the time. Unbelievable. I lost 4 friends.
Did you? Do you want to tell us about it?
Not really, man. I was there. I'm a sponsor of the...
You were there.
Yeah.
You
I
don't
was
want to
just
tell
a-
people what it was?
I drove around here like I do every year because we sponsor the Hanukkah by the Sea,
Yeah.
my company, so we light the candles. And I was coming with my invalid mum and dad, and we just were about to park and the shots rang out. And I just turned the car around and got the hell out of there, but Tibor's gone, Ellie's gone, Reuben's gone,
I'm sorry for your
Yaakov
loss.
is gone. I just came from the shul. I was there yesterday at 7:30. They had a mini, first mini
Yeah.
at 7:30 in the morning. The rabbi was just totally lost, Rabbi woman. I've never seen him like that. Oh my God, but I appreciate you.
Sorry to hear.
No, I appreciate you though.
Thank you.
Please give him help.
Hey, how you doing? I'm good. Listen, I'm just here now at the memorial. The Israeli minister is about to arrive now. I can do it right after. How long do you have? Yeah, you can take. Oh yeah, okay. Do that. There's also the whole live stream from yesterday. There's a whole live stream from yesterday. There's the video obviously going up as well. Don't need to do that. Just pull from the live stream, and right now we're live on my YouTube. I'm not doing it across everything. I'm not set everything up, and it's just more. May as well go live. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll film something for that. That's easier. Yeah. Cool. All right, bro. Bye. Get a wide shot of her until they come. I'm just going to share it around everywhere, just get interesting, show people what's happening here for now while I share this around. And we've obviously got some big names arriving shortly, so just give people the vibe of what's happening here. What is that?
Now I see some of your stuff, I recognise your face. I go, no, mate, it's Avi.
How you going,
Keep
mate?
doing what you're
Thank
doing,
you, thank
man.
you, thank
What a
you.
buzz.
Thank you, bro.
That's a buzz, all the best, mate.
Oh, yeah. I know. Are you local? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Thank you for making us laugh. We haven't been for the last few days. We
Yeah.
can't believe it. We
Can you
heard
tell us about it? Are you happy to tell us?
I don't like being on TV, but I don't.
Sure. Come on. So, what brings you? Why are you here today?
Pay my respects and condolences for this horrible massacre, terrorist massacre that occurred just a few days ago.
Yeah.
And be part of the greater Australian community, and certainly a subset of that, the Jewish community. Feel very compelled to be here to show my respects. And I said the mourner's prayer as I laid the flowers down.
Does it surprise you or shock you? What's the feeling in the aftermath?
My feeling is it was shockingly predictable, and all the signs were there. They were ignored. You can tell, but from my accent, I'm not from here, so I'll steer clear of politics. However, you have to be deaf, dumb, and blind to not see this happening.
Thank you. Yeah. It's well spoken, better than me. It's a sad time.
No, you do such an amazing job, honestly, and you brave enough. You're brave enough to call people out.
Yeah. It's tough. I think everyone's getting. I saw this. I felt this. I felt this for the last 2 years escalating. I thought I was going a bit crazy towards the end, the last few weeks, and then this happened. I wasn't crazy. It has been escalating, and it's sad that it takes these kind of things for people. My phone's full of messages from people, who over the last 2 years haven't said anything to me.
Right.
You've heard me for the last 2 years talk about it. What did you think of it? Bondi means something to me.
It transcends the Jewish community.
Yeah, you're right.
And the global community. And, all what I won't say on your microphone.
It'll catch it. So
All right. Yeah, got it. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you
Thanks
for doing
so much.
We had yesterday as well.
Mama Tom, fumble. Oh, okay. No. I just want to know whether I'm going to wait here at the front for you, and then otherwise I'll go in and into. يلا أنا مخاطب. Bye. you doing, guys? Do you want to tell us why you're here?
No, maybe not.
Thank you. I don't want an interview, but I want to say thank you.
Thank you.
I got two thank yous. I'm not willing to be on camera, but firstly, secondly,
I actually go and my very best friend growing up was Harry Captain. I wouldn't advertise that part.
just want to thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Love your work.
I'll talk to you. Bye. I'll just wait because I want. Oh yeah, come. What's up?
Correct. Yeah, Donny?
Avi Yemini.
Avi, wait.
How you doing? We're just actually going in and then we'll chat to you after.
Yeah, welcome.
Nice meeting you. Shut up.
This is the most important thing.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Tuvia.
Hey.
Manishma. Nice to meet you, Tanil, AJ.
Time you fact you met one. Shut up, but that's what I mean.
So, just, we have Sky News, 9 News, Daily Telegraph, but I think let's get you walking around the Ministry of Affairs.
Minister Amichai Shikli has just arrived at the memorial at Bondi Pavilion to pay his respects. All the way from Israel, just arrived, landed to pay his respects to the victims of the massacre of the Islamic terror attack here in Bondi less than 2 days ago. Let's stay with him. Mother? Can just drive. Thanks. Go around there, go around there. Come around here.
Avi, thank you for your reporting.
So tonight, perhaps appropriate, don't be in candelabras put up here. The lighter than
Sometimes there's a place for words, and then there are times where there are no words. Right? These are times where there's no words. It's the presence, it's having you here and showing us the support. We came to you on October 7th, and you're coming to us on our October 7th. This is what it is for us. And actually, if you do the numbers, it is on October 2nd, compared to how many Jews you have. And we gave you the chizuk, we gave you the strength at a time when you guys needed it in October 2023, and now you came from Israel to give us the strength for a time like this. So thank you so much. Todah. When the Shagir was here, when the ambassador was here a few minutes ago, he put on tefillin for everybody. Have you had a chance to put on tefillin yet today?
Yeah, but we can do it again.
You can do it again. Yeah, okay, beautiful.
You want to do it here?
Yeah, we'll do it right here. Maybe we'll come around. So, come on the side.
Maybe.
Rabbi.
Shema Yisrael. על לבביך ושננת לבניך והתבעת בם בשבתך בביתך ובבתך ובדרך שמצאך פניך ושתם לראות על ידיך ובתותפות בין עיניך תחתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. עם ישראל חי.
just arrived here. Why was it so important for you to get here so quickly?
Yeah, look, this is the most deadliest terror attack that we have experienced since October 7th in the diaspora. Obviously, we had a very serious attack in Manchester recently, and before in Washington, D.C., with the embassy's staff that were shot. But this is a different scale, and also we see it for the Australians. I know that since at least 3 decades, Australia did not experience such an horrific terror attack. And therefore, just like the Jewish community stood strongly with us on October 7th, it is our duty as the State of Israel to support the Jewish community in their toughest hour. So that's the main reason, basically that's the only reason why we are here, to be with the Jewish communities, to stand with them. And our message is to be strong, to be resilient, to be proud of who we are. There's a short story I've once heard from Professor Shalom Rosenberg. Professor Shalom Rosenberg was a great philosopher, passed away 4 years ago. He said, "We have never witnessed pure goodness in the world, but we have seen pure evil in Auschwitz, Treblinka, and Majdanek. Pure evil. This shows the Jewish people as its ultimate enemy. And therefore, we should ask ourselves, how can we be the enemy of evil?" And I think that when these jihadists are putting us as their main target, we should be very proud, because they see us as the main threat and the main enemy for their vicious and evil ideology. There is something in our culture, in our religion, that makes us the target. And we will continue to cherish life, to cherish freedom, and to stand strong on our values as Jews. And I think this is also relevant for anyone who believes that men are created by the shape of God, and we should stay together, strong together, Christians, Hindus, Jews, against the threat of radical Islam. And I also want to mention radical Islam, because we have seen Ahmed from Syria, Ahmed al-Ahmed, who went against the terrorist. And we saw it, and we are so proud of him. So it's nothing against Muslims. We're speaking about Islamist, radical Islam, the Muslim Brotherhood, the jihadist, Hamas, Al-Qaeda, ISIS. That is the enemy.
What's your message to the political class from the Prime Minister down?
Yeah, we're going to have time for politics, but I think people said that they were shocked. We were not shocked at all. At all. There is zero surprise here. We saw 4 months ago a huge demonstration, Al-Qaeda flags, ISIS flags, Hamas flags. And in a place where people feel, free and proud to wave the flags of Al-Qaeda, they will be also proud and free to raise weapons, axes, knives, or shotguns in this case. And therefore, unfortunately, there was no surprise also the number of assaults against the Jewish community, heads of the community, synagogues that were set on fire. We saw so many severe incidents here in Australia, and unfortunately, nothing serious has been done. I hope the lessons will be learned. I hope this will mark a change. And obviously, we, as a state that is heavily experienced in fighting with terror, we are happy to assist and help the Australian government. Even if we have disagreement, we are happy to share our knowledge on how to combat terror and to identify the threats before this kind of event.
Just one final message to the Australians. Any average Australian that's watching this, what would you just say to them?
You say Aussies, yeah?
Aussies.
Yes, Aussies. So first, I had a dream to come here with my son to surf. He told me, this is the best place to surf. And I didn't believe that I will come to Australia because of this kind of horrific attack. So I wish in the future. Um, Look, we love Australia. We love it from a distance. I know Australia because of TV shows that I've been watching when I was a young student in school. So there was the heartbroken high school. I don't know how you call it in
Heartbreak High.
the breakout something. So we saw it, and all these. So it's like a quiet, beautiful country. People in Israel, they love Australia, and it was so calm up till the war, up till October 7th. And it's changed, unfortunately. It changed, and I hope for the Aussies that they will have their country back as a quiet place that is known for surfing and beautiful beaches and not for terror attacks and anti-Semitism, I hope.
Thanks. Cheers.
Minister, hi, my name is Danica. I'm from Danica Georgia from Sky News Australia. Today. Could I ask you why you have come? Why have you travelled here?
Stood strong with us after October 7th. And we are here to support them, to hug them, to want to be with them in their toughest hour.
Who do you blame for what has occurred?
Look, unfortunately, I'm not surprised. We've seen 4 months ago a huge demonstration here in Sydney. We've seen Al-Qaeda flags, ISIS flags, Hamas flags, Palestinian flags, all together. Tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people chanting this to the Jews from the river to the sea, globalize the Intifada. And in a place where people, these jihadists, feel free to raise ISIS flags, or to raise Al-Qaeda flags, or Hamas flags, and to chant, globalize the Intifada, or from the river to the sea, there is zero surprise that these same people will take a shotgun or a knife and go and set up a synagogue on fire, or will just shoot innocent children, all of us survivors who are gathering to celebrate Hanukkah. So unfortunately there is zero surprise. We saw the assaults on the Jewish community, leaders of the community, synagogues, schools, graffitis. We saw a rise of hundreds of percents of incidents. And I hope that this horrific terror attack will be a Rubicon for the government to take much more decisive actions against jihadist incitement, incitement in mosques, incitements in TV, Al Jazeera, and others. And that's what I hope. We're not here to support this political debate. We really came here for the sake of the community and to hug the community and support the community. That's the mission that we have here right now.
Have you got a message for Australia?
People in Israel love Australia, and I guess surfing, beautiful beaches, and not for terror attacks, and not for anti-Semitism.
How you doing? You just came from South Africa. Tell us. Spin it.
I know your brothers well.
Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to.
That was not.
Let them go do that interview.
Love your work.
Thank you.
Amazing.
No, don't follow him. That's it. Tell people what Zaka is and why you got and where you came from and why you're here.
So Zaka is an international organization. It came out of Israel. It's made up of people specific. Whenever a Jew passes away unnaturally, the idea is that every single part of them gets buried, from every muscle, sinew, blood, everything never gets left behind. So a group of us came in from Israel and South Africa, straight as we heard, to come to make sure that every single person here, every part of them should be buried and respected and looked after in every possible way. So as we all left our families, jumped on planes and came here straight away.
How do you feel about what has happened and having to come for this?
So truth be told, I say the Jew's one body. When your arm hurts, the whole body hurts. So the Jewish nation's in pain, and I think every Jew around the world's feeling it. So to come and be able to give us an absolute privilege and honor, at the same time it's painful to see. I actually got smichi. I became a rabbi in this town. I started my yeshiva years in Melbourne. I've got a very strong connection to Australia. I've got lots of family here. But at the end of the day, the reality is, as a Jew, this hurts at every possible level. So to be able to help is a privilege.
Can you believe what Australia has come? Like, when did you leave Australia?
So I haven't been here. I've visited many times. I left Australia probably 20 or something years ago when I did smicha here, and I've been watching it for a long. I've been watching this globalized, the intifada concept, and it's happened. This is what happened, unfortunately. So as I say, to watch this and see this, as a South African, such a big South African Jewish community in Australia, this is home for so many Jews and many people I'm close to. It's painful. But unfortunately, it's not a shock, and that's the saddest part of it.
Thank you. All right, come. I just want to make sure. You all right?
Signing your shamus in the menorah. Doing an amazing job, man.
Crazy times. All right, come. I just want to tell. How you doing? Yeah, I just want to talk to you. Can you hold this for a second? I don't want.
are very worried and scared, and that's what we're hearing. We want the community to come together, and we want to see the community protected. We can only see that protected properly if the government implements the recommendations of the CIP.
The government seems to be focused on gun control right now. I mean, is that the right response to this?
We will, as a coalition, consider sensible, proportionate examination of everything that comes from this government through its national cabinet processes. But the national cabinet that needs to happen is the one that we called for months ago, a national cabinet on anti-Semitism, to bring the state governments, the jurisdictions around the table, and to say, what do we have to do together to combat this rising tide of anti-Semitism? It is not the Australia that we have come to love, that this beautiful Sydney has been used as a backdrop for hate, that everywhere I travel in Australia, Jewish Australians are telling me that they feel less safe, that people are choosing to go to Israel because they feel safer there than in this country. How can we accept this? We can't and we won't. And that is why we are saying, as an opposition, we will use the strongest force possible to push this government to take the strongest action possible against anti-Semitism.
Will you support the tightening up of gun laws?
As I said, we will examine what comes out of the detailed conversations that have been initiated yesterday in a sensible, proportionate way.
Any other questions?
Specifically about what happened on Sunday, some people have been talking to feel that action wasn't taken quickly enough. Do you have any feelings that it's dragged on longer than it should have done?
If you're talking about the events on Sunday, obviously the pain, the sorrow, the distress is coming at us from people who were there and held people, loved ones, dying in their arms. And that is a truly confronting experience. In terms of what happened and any investigations, we should correctly leave those to the authorities, and we will.
One more, guys.
If
Anything
you
else?
were in government, what would you do differently?
We've charted a course from years ago, from the events of October the 7th, 2023, to say that this rising tide of anti-Semitism, this rising tide of anti-Semitism is unacceptable and needs to be combated. My colleague Julian, standing here, has drafted private members' bills designed to address the awful circumstances on campus, to put sanctions in place for hate speech. How can it be okay for people to stand in front of the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Opera House spewing hate, talking about globalising the intifada, issuing effectively permission structures for the sick individuals who carried out what they did here in that murderous massacre? It is time to change this country going forward.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, how's it going? Good job. I'm from Melbourne. I watched you guys. You're just going to pay some tickets down there. Brooke, Shannon, here.
No. Is that Australia or no? Israel. Yeah, they're gonna meet, so we'll just cut through. Yeah, good. It's, I mean, I'm. How many? I'm not.
I mean, I don't mind meeting him, but I don't know. He's a very
Just get the.
Paris. Here.
Oh, doing well. Thank you, man. I really appreciate you.
What is that?
Thank you. I think he's going to mention it meeting for him. Just follow his lead.
Okay, there's but we can go to the lifeguards if you want to meet some of the lifeguards that rescued. They were there like to take grants, rescue, CPR. I think they've got a commitment with the lifeguards right now. So,
Susan.
Susan.
Cabinet Minister from Israel.
A big trip for you to make.
Yeah.
And there are no words, Minister. There are just no words for the grief of the community and the incredible work of the rabbis here. It's really affected us because in the face of so much darkness, they are lights of inspiration and hope. There are no words.
There are no words. There are no words.
We appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Susan, it's a very crazy time when Israeli ministers are coming here for the protection of Jews in Australia. Right?
Indeed.
That's just looking at that. This is totally reversed, and perhaps there wasn't enough support going this way, which is why it has to come back. Who knows? Who knows?
This is an extraordinary community.
We are happy
Many
to.
people are unlike, I can't say unlike, but it feels as if they have responded to this situation in some way that is truly amazing.
In the way of Hanukkah, lighting one candle yesterday and two tonight and three tomorrow.
Yes.
I will keep adding light.
Yes, just keep lighting those candles.
I told to our leaders in the community that we are proud to be the enemy of evil, and we will never surrender for these jihadists, not in Gaza and not in Sydney. And we are happy to assist with the knowledge we have on combating terrorism and anti-Semitism. And again, thanks so much for being here and standing strong with the Jewish community. God
Minister,
bless
do you believe that this could have been prevented if more action had been taken against anti-Semitism in Australia?
I think that by following the incidents in Australia, we saw 4 months ago this demonstration on Sydney's Bridge, people shouting, thousands and thousands of people raising Al-Qaeda flags, ISIS flags, Palestinian flags, Hamas flags, chanting from the rivers to the sea, globalize the Intifada. And some people think that these words and these flags, they have no meaning, but they actually have a very serious meaning. And when you are chanting death to the IDF or globalize the Intifada or from the river to the sea, these are like Nazi slogans. And if you do nothing against it, the next thing they'll do is to take a shotgun and target Jewish rabbis in the middle of Hanukkah. Even. That is That's very simple. That's very simple. When we've seen synagogues being set on fire, we see the head of the community being targeted, we see doctors in hospitals threatening Jews that they will kill them, and the anti-Semitism that we've seen in Australia in the past 2 years is something that we have never seen before. And I must admit, before October 7th, Australia was one of the most quiet and most safe heaven for Jews around the world. There was zero problem, but it changed. It changed a lot, and I hope that this horrific terror attack will mark a change in the policies against incitement, against radical Islam. And by the way, we don't forget that Ahmed el-Ahmed was the one who was jumping on the terrorists. So it's not about Muslims. It is about the Muslim Brotherhood. It is about Hamas. It is about ISIS and this radical ideology. So you need to make the difference in between the two. I hope that we will see other policies and much more serious steps against these jihadists. And obviously, we also need to understand, and the Aussies need to understand, that what starts with the Jews never ends with the Jews. This is just the beginning, and I'm saying it, unfortunately, we're seeing what's going on in Britain, we're seeing what's happening in France. You can have a fast forward by looking on what's happening in Europe, and it will be very wise for the leadership in Australia to take the lesson and don't let Australia become London. That's not a good idea.
A lot of the media, I've noticed in their questioning of Susan, they've pivoted to gun control. They're making it about gun control. Do you think
it's not about gun control? It's about ideology. It's about ideology. The means are just you can take a knife. It's not about guns. It is about what's in your heart. And when you have Muslim migrants that are being radicalized by watching Al Jazeera, by going to the mosque, and there can be, in the mosque, you can have a preach who is preaching for peace, but you can have a Muslim Brotherhood preach who is praising Hamas and calling to go and kill the Jews. That's also an option. So you better have people who understand Arabic, who are sitting in these mosques, listening to what is being said, and if needed, to take the actions, because it's obvious that these two Pakistanis that were here, they have watched Al Jazeera, or they were listening to YouTube lessons on the internet, or maybe in a mosque. I don't know exactly where did they take these ideas from, but obviously it didn't came from nowhere. And as we saw, you had Ahmed el-Ahmed, who fought against these terrorists, and he was not radicalized. On the contrary, so it's you need to understand where is the source of the ideology. That's the main mission.
Do you think it's an intentional strategy now by the media to move on to guns, to take away from, to avoid talking about the real issue?
If you're making it a gun policy issue, obviously it makes it much more easier to just ignore the threat that is coming from the ideology of those people who are chanting globalize the Intifada. And I think that there is a direct line between Sydney's Bridge, globalize the Intifada, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Hamas and Palestinian flags, and Bondi's Beach. There is a direct line. And you know what? I'm sure that if they will check, there's a high chance, a very high chance, that these terrorists were part of the demonstrations on Sydney's Bridge. That is the ideology that's brought us to this moment.
Because the conversation is steering towards this gun policy, can I just ask you, in Israel, in these kinds of situations, they never seem to last as long as that. Is that because there is a populace that is armed and trained to use their firearms? Do we find that actually has the opposite effect in these cases?
First, I want to thank the policemen who are now in the hospital. I know about 2 policemen, maybe there are more, I know about 2. And I want to thank the Australian policemen, and to hug their families and to say thank you. Thank you for taking action, storming the terrorists and doing your job. So they were we had here policemen who were storming the terrorists, who were fighting, and we are praying for their fast recovery. I also think that in Israel, the policemen are unfortunately much more trained. We are used to it in a way. So I'm not judging a policeman in Bondi Beach in the same measure that we judge a policeman at the heart of Jerusalem or Tel Aviv. There's a difference. But still, I think there are a lot of lessons that needs to be learned, things that need to be investigated. But we're not here to give, to criticize the policemen here. But also, I don't know all the facts, and it's just happened. So we need to wait. But the fact that in Israel citizens carry weapons, it create a change, and in Israel this kind of event would have ended after about 30 seconds, 1 minute. You'll have someone with a gun. Obviously, there's also a downside when people can carry weapons. You can also have crazy people going into schools and start shooting, as we see in.
But we don't see that in Israel, and Israel's a very highly armed population.
So that's a very delicate, that's a very delicate issue, and each country and its own strategy. I think it was super important to have the community to have some tools to protect the event. That was something that could have been. Come.
כן, מאוד בסדר. לכן אני
question is, Aaron, how did all those guns
שתיים מתוך 17.
כמה אחים ואחיות? 17 brothers and sisters.
You thought it was bad, just me. Imagine.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Is Ullman here? No.
He's home. He's really struggling.
Benji. They don't
back with you as well.
I will follow you on my
Thank you. I do want to put that thing to her about we'll do it up there maybe. I want to interview that guy that told us the story of from I know there's a lot of people complaining about sound, but it's the mic is set to my mic, just so that when we get interviews.
Suicidal empathy.
I am happy for you to tell it.
You understand what I'm saying?
Look, I am.
Two of you, this one? Two of you? Okay, good.
I don't think he is. Or say that umitać większe. Co ty?
Anyway,
איפה הגברת של 13 שעות? ממש כזה בדקה שתיים.
Avi. There you go, mate. You alright?
Stuff you do is unreal.
Thank you, brother.
Very
unreal. Thank you. What is that? I do want to get the Susan Lay thing, so let's just go to Susan. I want to ask her.
Same thing over and over. I can see the new ambassador.
Oh.
The Minister of Diaspora. Interesting. Okay, so Shalom, but
Yeah.
Thank you.
on someone else.
Yeah, that's fine.
Should we do it? I just want to ask you that thing that we done.
Yeah, it does. See that?
Well, you can go down here, but it's just all fenced up from there. I mean, we can go down here. Yeah, you can't walk on the car.
Yeah. Just follow, I think she's meeting the lifeguards. I don't want to get down there. Guys, welcome to the live stream. This is literally, you're just seeing us recording for the final produced reports. This is the behind the scenes, so some of it's a bit boring, just walk around. This is what we do, asking different people different questions. Right now you've got Susan Lay here, you've got the Minister of Diaspora Affairs from Israel, Amichai Shikli here. There's other high-profile people coming soon. Did you have the noise cancelling set on this? On the mic? No, I don't know if it is. Guys, I'm sorry if the audio is not perfect. It's just a live stream. The produced one, the sound is a lot better just because it's saved internally in the mic. But there's not much I can do about the sound. So if the sound's not good during the actual interviews, then it'll be in the produced versions. All right, we're turning up the gain, so just let us know if it starts crackling out. All right, I'll do a test. It's actually all right.
Really?
Have you turned it up? Because it's probably going to start crackling.
I turned it up once, like I went there. You want to turn it back to normal? Let's just turn it back to normal.
Just let us know if it's crackling. Get some B-roll of that. Get B-roll of Susan meeting the lifeguard.
Rukhsani's messaging me and telling me to tell you guys what's happening in between in the dead moments, because that's what Rukhsan does when he does live streams. This is just a behind the scenes. Right now I'm just waiting to see if I can pose one question that I keep getting. To the opposition leader. We'll see if we get it through, but I'm just trying to be super respectful about where we are and the current climate. But right now she's just meeting the lifeguards, I think, that were involved in saving lives at the end. They were like the first responders. A lot of the complaints people had is the time that it took police to respond, and even when they did come, a lot of the witnesses, a lot of the survivors say that they stood around for about 10 minutes, no one fired a shot, they wouldn't shoot, and as we heard from testimony, is that police told some of the victims that the reason why they didn't shoot is because the police felt like their pistols were inadequate to fight the rifles. It's very somber here at the moment. Come, Benji. How you going?
My name's Brent. I'm a big fan.
Oh, thank you.
From New Zealand.
Oh, what brings you here? You live here or you?
Well, my wife Sue, she's Australian, and we come over here.
It's where I get the live updates when I want to know what's going on, especially in protests. So click on, you'll know. So I click on and find the updates. But
Are you guys are you local or you?
No. Well, we flew in on from New Zealand on Saturday night, and we were out at the dinner on the harbour, on a cruise on the harbour, and then my phone was pinging. What's going on?
When we came back into Circular Quay, there were thousands and thousands of people on Circular Quay, concerts and Christmas markets, and we said, gosh, there's a lot of people down here, but we feel safe. And we came back off the cruise and our phones just started pinging our children and family and friends wanting to know, where are you? What's going on? And we're devastated. We couldn't.
Our
So
daughter
surreal.
lives in Canberra. She's a nurse in Canberra. That's why we come over to visit her and stuff. And she thought, oh, Mum and Dad said they're going to go to Bondi one day. What are they there? What's going on? Because I joked, we watched the Bondi Rescue on TV. So, I want to get on Bondi Rescue. I'll come down for. And then we heard this, and so we thought we'd come down and pay our respects. We're friends with the Jews. Always have been. We know Jewish people in New Zealand. We're friends with the Jews, and we think that the Australian government haven't done enough to curb the rhetoric. And we live in a town in New Zealand called Marsden, and only has 30,000 people. We've got pro-Palestinian protesters there, and they're terrible. But the government, the police just let them do what they do, and their language and everything is terrible. We've been down a few times with our Israeli flags.
Do you think it crosses the line from freer speech to incitement to violence?
I think it does. I think there's a difference. There's freedom and incitement, and there's undoubtedly when you start talking global jihad and all, you know it all that nonsense. It does. It crosses
It's
the line.
the anti-Semitism.
Yeah, the anti-Semitism.
It's the anti-Semitism, and just a few days ago on the steps of Parliament in New Zealand, they had the Green Party out there, and terrible what they were saying. And so it's the anti-Semitism that needs to be addressed. Actually, not the gun laws. You actually have, and the gun laws are quite sufficient here since 1996.
They're very strict.
Yes, well, I'm familiar with the Port Arthur. I'm from Tasmania originally.
Yeah.
We don't need the gun laws. We need to address the anti-Semitism, and
radical jihad, maybe.
Yes.
People seem to not want to talk about, the elephant in the room.
Yes, call it what it is and address the anti-Semitism, not the gun laws. So we've just had a report that won't be adopted. I think Albanese's starting to lose traction around the world with people are very, very upset about this. So, that's where I think it
Can I get a photo with you?
Yeah, I just want to see.
Yes, Susan.
I want to
He's
ask
running
her the
around.
question about that. But that's right, get her. But if she comes, I'm going to run.
Yep.
Get a photo.
And your cameraman, he's famous too.
That's the idea. There you are.
What's happening with your camera?
That's fine. It's fine.
Is that taken up?
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, take care.
Thank you. God bless. Hey Susan, there's I just want to ask you one question. I don't want to.
We've already done this. I know.
There's
Appreciate
one
your
question
work.
no one asked.
I appreciate
There's
the
one-
work you do, though. I appreciate the work you do. So yeah.
It seems odd that there's a concerted effort to make this about guns, and a lot of people saying that, and I even hear her saying, talking, going down.
I'm not an on-camera guy, guys. No,
Look, I'm usually super
I know,
pushy.
yeah.
I'm being respectful to the moment.
We did.
I heard her answering, and I think, and I feel like it's how are we falling for that? No one wants to talk about the elephant in the room, and it's not guns. Guns are not the problem here.
Yeah,
we have the toughest gun laws in the world almost.
We had a lot of questions about it this morning in media, and we've.
Yeah, I heard her answering it, and I was.
No, I get it, man. I get it. No, I appreciate the work, guys.
All right.
It's good. Keep going. Thanks.
Look, I dare say that's a bit of the cowardice. I'm being polite because I feel like you need to be respectful here. It's not my natural state to not really push, and she's not, she's not like a Greens leader that's here. I feel like she's just afraid to answer. I've got one more little round of it. Yep, there you are. She seems to have time. It's funny. Look, I feel like it's funny because there's no time to answer a simple question, and I'm being polite and respectful, but then there is time to just stand around and talk. So it's clearly not that she doesn't have time, and I feel like that issue needs to be pushed. What happened here, the massacre that happened here in Sydney, is not a gun problem. And this concerted effort to make it into a gun issue is wrong. It's a way to avoid dealing with the actual problem. And if the opposition leader herself can't confront that elephant in the room, what chances do we have? And it's sad because she should be shutting down the media when they're trying to divert it to a gun issue. Take all the guns away in Australia. Who do you think's going to have the guns? It'll be the police that refuse to use it for 10 minutes, and it'll be criminals and terrorists. The only unarmed people will be your law-abiding citizens like the Jewish community here, and you see how that turns out.
You're gonna find another round?
Just push past them. Yeah, yeah, don't worry about it. Okay, thanks. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, go.
So you're going to chase us, or what's going to...
I'm just going to ask her one.
You
She
want to ask
clearly
her?
has time.
It's
She
fine,
has
then.
time.
No, we'll knock it over here. So if you stand here, we'll do
Yeah.
the beach in the background.
It's one question, it's not anything
cool.
confident.
Nah, it's cool, man.
You know what I'm asking.
I know, it's cool. It's cool.
Wherever you want, whatever you want.
Stands
I don't.
there,
I
just with the wing.
Yeah.
Probably not. I think we should probably get
Hi, Susan. I understand. I'm not going to take much time. There's obviously a concerted effort to make this about a gun issue. And there's a lot of people in the community telling me that they're concerned that they're pivoting. It's a way to distract and avoid talking about the elephant in the room. Can you promise Australians and the community that you're not going to make it, you're not going to fall into that trap and make it about a gun issue?
We will examine any recommendations about guns exactly as we should in a sensible, proportionate way. But that is not what this is about. This has been about hideous anti-Semitism, and the fact that for Jewish Australians life has been getting steadily worse in the face of this rising tide of anti-Semitism since October 7, 2023. And I have spoken to so many who've described to me experiences that just bring horror to our hearts. And we will not take a backward step in demanding the strongest possible action from this government to tackle anti-Semitism, to keep Jewish Australians safe, to keep Australians safe, and to secure justice.
But the elephant is the Islamic extremism. Is that?
Thanks, guys.
Susan, that's right. I appreciate it. It is anti-Semitism. She is right, but it's a specific breed of anti-Semitism, and she still doesn't want to use the word Islamic extremism. So take that as you wish. At least we got, I guess, some sort of guarantee that she's not making it about guns. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. The opposition leader. Where are you from?
Italy.
It's the opposition leader.
Okay, yes. Okay, thank you.
Good. Can you hear me? You good? You what?
Great job. I watch you all the time.
Thank you. Thank you. I need water, but we'll go to the the tent there. I think they have water. There you go, mate.
Thank you for all of your support.
Thank
you
for everything
you do
for us in Australia.
You're doing an amazing job.
I appreciate it.
I'm so glad I saw you today. We don't have a lot of people that can, step in front of everyone and do that crazy job that you do.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Very good.
Where you from, Israel? No.
I'm living in Australia for 25 years. But
Originally. What background? Temani? No. Iraqi. So there's something in there. Not like this is.
I was born in Israel. We came here when I was 6 months.
And then.
Romanian. Yeah, of course. Yeah. And you're good. You're well.
Yeah. Look, how well can you be now? Then?
I know. That was the writing on the wall.
I know most Jews know it, but I think the wider community were thinking that we're just complaining.
Yes, I know.
That's something we were talking about earlier today. A lot of the community support, which is greatly appreciated. But where have you been? So it's a mixture between sadness and hope. But we were talking some of the people in our office only down the road, and we said if we were to stop every time this happened, we wouldn't be here. Full stop. So.
Can we snap a
go for it. Yeah.
We'll do it together? Yeah, please. An icon for us.
Thanks, guys. See you later. Get some water.
How are you? Jewish? Jewish?
Me? No.
Huh?
Jewish.
Which part? Which side? Which half?
חב"דניק, למה חב"דניק?
ראית תקלויות?
מה זה?
עדיין, הנחת?
עוד לא.
יאללה, בוא.
אני בא. אני עושה. אפשר מים?
כן, בטח.
Do you want one? The water? Yeah. Oh my god. We're going to have to do tefillin again. We've got to do our daily ritual now.
להיות שלי חב"דניק?
מה?
להיות חב"דניק? איפה?
אני ממלבורן.
במקור?
אבל אמא שלי מכפר סבא.
וואלה.
חב"ד כפר סבא.
מה, ימיני?
ימיני.
באמת? זה ימיני? אתם אני היחיד שאני מכיר מכפר סבא.
Hold on. Uber and Manlyville is a bit too much. You just mentioned that I'm not driving last week.
Oh, the big boy.
But I guess
Avi knows. Bro, what's all the twisting, bro? What's all the twisting?
One is go for. Have I got it wrong? Right, I've done it 2 times in 2 days.
Wow.
That is more than
Tomorrow-
I've done in my entire life, I think.
Tomorrow's a
I think
chazaka.
even after my bar mitzvah, I didn't do it this much.
twice a day.
I think before bar mitzvah, you know, before bar mitzvah, you do it for a few months,
2 months. Yeah, 2 months.
I think I did it up until my bar mitzvah and then I quit. So I think
That's a pretty early quit to me. That's quite
yeah.
brave. The rebel already. 13 years old. He's already. You say the last bracha, Baruch atah Adonai, like al mitzvah tefillin.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, because you speak. Yeah, mate.
Baruch atah Adonai
Asher k'nishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al mitzvah.
Mitzvah tzivanu.
Amen. Yeah, all right. Love to see you. God bless you. I'll shake your hand. Okay. Take care. All right. Tell me what's up. Bye. Bye. Oh, Avi, we finally got you. One second, send a picture to Didi. Didi's got to get a picture.
It's on the live stream. Diddy can watch it. Diddy, yeah. What he want? Diddy. Diddy.
Who said Diddy's watching?
Tell no. Diddy is in my only fan.
Yeah.
Not in the sense of only fans, but what's your message to Diddy?
Diddy, just sending love from Australia. We miss you. We love you, and I remember the good days that we learned together in Israel. Your brother is an inspiration, doing good things over here, and keep on doing the good work you're doing in America. All the best.
Who's a bigger chassid, me or Diddy?
There's no such thing. You're both equally same level. A chassid can't be.
If you had to choose one chassid,
a chassid can't be bigger than the other person. If you're a chassid, the definition is you're smaller. The smaller you make yourself, the bigger the chassid you are.
okay. So who's the smaller chassid?
Avi, you're tricking me.
I win Diddy every single time. For those of you who don't know, Diddy is my little brother who we grew up together in the same room, and that's why I turned out so well. He's a rabbi in New York, and I'm a pest in Australia.
She was bundling her baby.
Yeah, if you have her, is she here?
She's at the bottom.
Do you know her?
You know Sorry Block?
Sorry. Oh, yeah. Well, can you? Do you want to? I don't want to ask her on camera, but ask her if she's happy to tap. Alright, let's go. We're gonna do a.
This whole thing's gone down.
I love how you give it to them, mate.
Thank you.
You really. But there's so many fun. Look, I see you the photo. Was that the ambassador?
Now?
No, before.
That was here. That's the minister of.
The guy that did the.
Yeah, the minister of.
Yeah, I'll give you my card anyway.
Diaspora. Yeah, he just got here from Israel.
Okay, that's who it was. Avi, like I said, I follow you all the time. I'm always.
Thank you. I need my water. Oh, here. Oh.
I'll send you the picture.
One second. I need him.
Avi, good job, man.
Oh, there.
Yeah, my water.
I just need the
Go up and stand up on the wall, go over where the and then where the roses are, and down up the side of the barn and into the barn and go and get the seats. And just drop it and then open the garage, stand there, shut the barn door, and then the back barn, go in there, and open roll. Exactly. Go back to the button again, and then shut the door.
And it was very tasteful.
I really want to do it, and she's like,
You don't want to get in trouble or not?
I don't want to get in trouble.
I'll give you.
Give me a number. And,
but like in the next day or so.
Yeah, I'll speak to her.
I just I just spoke to someone who's Thank you.
You see, like Alex Swift, do you understand? The official fundraiser, charity, does support Sydney radio.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How much that will do?
That's for that, but you can donate to the thing up here. That's charity running on. There's QR codes over there. Maybe you can mention it in your story or something. Do you understand that Alex Swift and Dan a letter from Phoebe and got somebody? No, this is like, what is he doing here? You understand? At least what? You're a flavor. Like, what are you doing here? You're part of the problem.
What he said is we have enough. We have to make sure that at least we are on the right side. Okay? The community has to make serious.
Yeah.
Good work, mate. Keep it up.
Thank you. How you doing? Okay. Oh, Daily Telegraph. So that's how you know I'm not from Sydney.
I'm not from Sydney either.
No, but I didn't. Like, I'm like, what is that? They're pretty cheap on their marketing. At least they do good work.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Respect. You too.
Yeah, that's all.
I'm more than happy to.
Couple maybe a year. I think I might have it in the camera.
What were we doing? She was like, just asking her a story. Like, she was covered her baby.
Rowan? Like, yeah, it's a couple. Okay.
Yeah, North Shore. Yeah.
We went out front and we went around the side. That was a motivation. Yeah.
Should we go? Where do you want it?
Facing this way?
Oh, that's it. No, that's it. That's it. You can see there, look.
Yeah, I can see it.
You can but you can see like everybody drop. Show that.
Oh, sorry.
Everybody just dropped what they. It looks like. I don't know.
I don't think. I'm not sure.
No, it might not be.
Hard.
I don't know. I got one.
Pay you $100 if you sing that.
She thinks I get invited.
Come on.
Ashkenazi man. My sister is an absolute anti-Yemini. Like it's good to have a little bit of a laugh now, but it's been like.
Shall we last one before the break?
that you? Do you have a bid now? Oh, okay, okay, yeah. Okay, don't worry, Rebel
Well,
News.
that's
I
all right.
love
We'll do it
Rebel
after,
News.
Uh,
Do you have to go?
no, I'm going to be around here, but there may be
so-
something that. How long can it take? You can take it. Yeah, I'll just.
Wait, Rebel News.
I'll wait around here.
Because I love the Rebel News the best. Sorry, everyone.
So, like, better than Daily Telegraph?
Hell yeah. Sorry, guys.
No question.
Rebel News.
Yeah. I just.
Let me just check something.
Hi, can I take a picture of your setup?
It's about this thing.
Take a picture, you guys. Take a picture, you guys. Nice one, thanks.
Just want to say I love you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck.
I'm following you. Doing a great job.
Where'd you get down?
Yesterday. Yeah.
Avi wants a selfie, sorry.
So we're just waiting. There's a high-profile person coming now, so that's why I'm standing at the front rather than going into the actual memorial for now. We are waiting for them to arrive here and then talk to them.
לא היית פה כשהזונות האלה הגיעו אתמול.
לא, פספסתי. היית פה?
כן, כן, והשוטרים קפצו עליי. And the man backed off onto the stick. See, during the city with Israelis, like, not here. You move to that beach. עם הפביאנו גם כן, האיטלקי הזה.
Alright, quick, so put it up here. You want to put it up here? And just,
You need to hold it.
yeah, I know. That's right. Is there a shot of the... Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
Rebel News.
Rebel News?
Where are you?
Hong Kong broadcaster.
Ah, Hong Kong.
National broadcaster, Rebel News Asia Channel.
Is a state broadcaster?
We're a public company and we're worldwide broadcaster.
Ah, well, right.
Hi, how are you?
Here's one of yours.
Huh? Yeah, Hong Kong. Phoenix TV.
What?
Phoenix TV.
Where's that?
Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Satellite TV. Yeah, Hong Kong. So who's
You got it?
Got a big guy coming, huh?
Yeah.
Somebody coming.
Yeah.
Is it your friend?
Yeah.
I know. I really appreciate all the work.
Thank you, bro.
Avi, you're a legend. I love the
You
talk stuff.
Ah,
Do you
thank
mind
you.
if I have a quick selfie?
No, you're all right. You're good.
Canadian. All right,
Yeah.
Canada. All right. You're a legend, mate.
Thank you,
Love the
brother.
good work.
No, thank you.
Appreciate it.
אתה רץ לנו עם שקיות הלוך חזור.
אתה שומע, אה? אתה שומע.
אני מהצד השלישי. מהצד השלישי לגמרי. כשהייתי, לפני שכל החברות החדשות האלה הגיעו, היה פה את ה-Gold for Security, את זוכרת שרגה גולד? בטח הייתה בבית ספר בצלמים, ואני הייתי המפקח ראשי על האבטחה של כל המוסדות. כל הבתי ספר, כל הבתי כנסת, היו שני חולנים שרגה ורוסי דני. תוצרת סיבית.
אתה רוסי שחור.
לא, אני לבן לגמרי, אני חייב להוכיח את זה, כן, לבן לגמרי.
אתה נראה מרוקאי.
זה דווקא התחיל ברוסים. זה בדיוק מה שקורה בשפה, הרוסים מרוקאים. כל העיראקים מרוקאים מתחרים על זה, באוהל, אני ברפיח על הפרדות של השפה. אחי, ממינוס 45 הביאו אותי לפלוס 45, אני חי. הם נתנו לי להזיע.
I come here and I go to Hong Kong, but I live in LA.
You live in LA?
Hey, how you doing? Incredible. Let
Long
me take
time
a photo.
no see.
Yeah. You do
Do you live
incredible
here?
stuff. Yeah. You do. I watch all your stuff. I love it. No one's got anything national. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Good to see you, huh?
Are we coming tomorrow night?
Oh, there.
The vigil at Kabata Bondi.
Yeah.
7 o'clock. Yeah. 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Kabata Bondi. But I like this. You didn't go with them to the hospital?
It's also like hospital filming is a bit more complicated.
You don't want to like crowd the car. Yeah, well. I know, I was about to leave and then I was so police happening. Okay, turn around.
Do you think a shot of the street rather than a shot of the... I know, but you're not going to see that. So I'm just saying for the viewers now, just watching nothing.
Well, we're trying to figure out, will the crowd cheer or when she comes or boo or nothing? What's the...
I think there's not really... There's no, like, there's none of that politicized stuff going on, or not much of it. I'll be very disappointed if there's been.
But I don't think so. I don't think I don't know the Sydney. I don't know the Sydney. I feel like they're more conservative than Australia, than Melbourne.
Say hello to Mama, right?
Yeah.
Okay, be well.
Come, Ben.
הייתי חייב להכיר אותך. שמי יובל, הבן שלי כבר פגש אותך, קוראים לו טל, הוא פגש אותך בארץ. כל הכבוד על מה שאתה עושה, לא יעכב אותך, כל הכבוד על מה שאתה עושה, תודה רבה. כל הכבוד.
I don't know, they're clapping, so just...
You're amazing. I
Thank
see
you,
all the
thank
time.
you. I don't know what they were clapping about, but...
Thanks for what you're doing. I love you.
Thanks, brother.
Really amazing.
Hey, thanks for your awesome work.
Thank
I
you,
don't know if
thank
you
you.
left and came back. How you doing?
How you doing?
Good to see you.
No? Come here, let's talk to this. Come around now until she gets here.
It's crazy, man.
So in middle, if somebody comes here, I might have to run.
You need to be careful next time you're on the Temple Mount.
You've watched that video?
My friend took you there.
Oh, who's your friend?
Yehuda Levi took you. Well, no, who took you?
Oh, I think you were calling me.
Avi?
No, Avi Abelo.
Avi Avilo took you. That's right, because the other one wasn't available, so Avi took you.
Yeah.
That's right.
No,
Avi
what's his
wasn't
name?
originally supposed to take you.
Yehuda Glick was supposed to take us,
Right.
and he was
Yeah,
banned.
right, right. Yeah.
Okay, tell us who you are. I know we've met you in Israel, but for some viewers who don't know who Zaka is, tell us who and why you're here in Sydney, Australia.
Okay, so Zaka is a unique organization that deals with unnatural death around the world after any disaster. It could be an earthquake, it could be a mass shooting, it could be any situation that we're needed to try to help bring the dignity to whoever died. And well, I just came back from the States after another meeting with the National Sheriff Association. We continue to bring connections between us to be able to help them if they have any disasters in the States. I arrived in Israel Friday morning. I was home for one day, and we got the call. And right away we got on the plane. We're here 7 members of Zaka, and we're waiting for any moment to be able to go back into the scenes and to collect all the remains, whatever is left, to bring the dignity to the families. And this is the most important job that we have in Zaka.
How does it feel to get that call that there's been another attack around the world, on the other side of the world? You were there on October 7. We've heard your story when we were traveling Israel. How does it feel to get that call, to hear that there's another attack on the other side of the world, again, because they're Jews?
It was very sad to see that, to hear that this is a situation that Sydney is going through now. And it's a heartbreaking. And to know for sure that there were so many people that were killed over here, children, elderly people, Holocaust survivors. It throws us back to October 7. It totally threw me back. But I said, okay, what did I do then? Boots on the ground. And right away we got onto the plane. We got whatever gear we needed and we left.
Like we saw on October 7, just after October 7, people are already denying the atrocities that happened here. How do you deal with that, having seen, firsthand both of those? What does that do to you?
It's understanding that the radical Islam around the world is raising and raising more and more. And if we don't stop it, if we don't stand against it, united, Jews, Christians, all around the world, to understand that together we're stronger, and we have to stand against any hatred between Jews, Christians, even Muslims. Because when we are together, the world will be a better place and a safer place.
Can I add something?
No.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. I was told that just a couple weeks ago, you would not have seen Israeli flags in public here. Since October 7th, people have been very concerned about their security here. And now I see not only Israeli flags everywhere I'm going, but they just had a whole mass singing of the national anthem of Israel, Hatikva. And this is very heartwarming for us coming from Israel, that we see this connection of Jews globally that are connecting with their homeland and their origins, and understanding that A, they need to reconnect to where they come from and understand that Israel is their homeland, and B, to be proud about being Jewish and about being part of that nation, and openly showing it and not being afraid of anything. Unfortunately, there are too many people out there that are running away from fear, and instead of confronting it, and that's why we wind up having situations like this, in which cowardly people that were armed and could have stopped it didn't, and we see what the results of that were.
I think there's people that hear that. Actually, a good question I have is, do you feel, because you guys travel the world and you interact with different Jewish communities, especially in the last couple of years, do you feel that these sorts of attacks, and I guess what you're describing talks to that a bit, do you feel that these kind of attacks actually bring Jews closer to their Jewishness, their heritage, their culture, even their religion?
100%. We see a transformation that has gone on since October 7th, globally. There is for example, a course that is given by the Jewish Agency in North America every year on the foundations of Zionism. On an average year, they have between 100 and 150 attendees to this course. After October 7th, they had 9,000 applications to this course. People are waking up, and many people that never affiliated themselves as Jews, they didn't, or as affiliated or as unaffiliated as they are, they realized on October 8th that they're going to be targeted as Jews. So that has created somewhat of an identity crisis amongst many Jews around the world, and they're looking for that roots, they're looking for that meaning in what it means to be a Jew.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for coming.
Pleasure.
And I wish you were here under better circumstances, but I hope you enjoy Australia.
Thank you.
And hopefully this wakes up Australians to the threat, not just against the Jewish community, but against Australia itself.
Yeah.
We spoke about it when we met in Israel in Sderot.
Yeah,
about what's happening here in Australia. You remember that?
I met you the last visit. But did I meet you actually? Who did I meet from Zaka? I met someone from Zaka right when we went on October. It wasn't. It was another. Yoselando.
Yeah, he's here also. He's also here on the mission.
I remember we interviewed right like what was it, October 11, 13. Yeah. How many of you are there?
We're here with 7.
7 here.
7 members.
We came from South Africa, from Israel.
Yeah, that's what's
from the US, all around.
Look, I think she must be coming now.
Yeah.
Do you know how long you're here, or
Yes,
you're?
he's here.
Yoss,
He's behind a little bit.
No, I'm just wondering if that was going to.
This is absolutely the worst water I've ever tasted.
Just met you 2 years ago in Melbourne after the resignation of
Daniel Andrews. You were
just,
there.
In the front of Parliament.
Are you living around here now?
No, I'm living in Macquarie Park in Sydney, but far from here.
You just came to.
Yeah, I just came to see. How's it going? Good. Not just
Yeah.
condolences.
Yeah. It's tough times. Tough times. Yeah, it's got to be any minute. How you doing?
Amazing.
Hey.
We love you, man.
Thank you.
Legend. Thank you.
Thanks,
Amazing
guys.
work. Don't stop. No, keep on going, mate. You're the man.
I felt like I was being. I was in trouble.
Yeah, you could be.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you guys, all right?
Yeah. Thank you for everything.
Thanks, guys. It's got to be any minute. So we're waiting for something to happen, guys. It's not. I know this, again, this is behind the scenes of how we produce reports. When you see a produced report, it's cut up into something that's, easily consumed in 10, 20 minutes. Whereas really we are out all day. And today will probably, from today's, from what you've seen here today, there will probably be 2-3 reports about the specific issues. Look, it's good. You get to actually enjoy it. I hope you're enjoying the behind the scenes. But make sure bookmark protectthejews.com.au. Sign the petition, join the thousands of people there. Get behind it and bookmark the page. That's where all the reports, you'll see that where it's broken up. Obviously, most people tune in for a little bit on a live. You don't actually get to see, and you don't see the flow between. So there's currently a big story going on in my head about this gun, the effort in confusing us and blaming guns rather than things. So there's going to be a really decent story that gives you the full perspective, which I think is important now, because they are trying to distract us with guns because they don't want to talk about, they're avoiding the elephant in the room. I need some more water. I don't know if I left my water. What's happening?
You speak to Dobby? Dobby straight and the guy who's got pellets in his back.
Hello, Avi.
Not yet, no. He's.
Do you remember me? You called me Sylvia Solomon.
Oh. How are you doing?
I look now younger. I'm Simon Solomon mom.
Yeah.
And it was a journalist.
Man.
Diadema City. I went to the police station.
I want to shake your hand.
I didn't
I
go
love you,
out
man.
from the police station. You was waiting 45 minutes. They say, one of them say, yeah, but we was busy. I say, what do you mean busy? Here is a shooting, 45 minutes.
They're like that, and I put it in the
I couldn't believe it, you know. And then they
Do you want to tell us on camera?
They play the hero. They play the hero. אמרתי, באתי לפה ואני עושה להם, אין אוסטרליה, 45 minutes we waiting for the police. כולם באו אליי, לא האמינו. They said, the media said the opposite. They said 5 minutes. Where is your brother?
My brother?
Yeah, he was talking to him. That's Avi, yeah?
Oh, yeah, he's not here now.
You know Simon Solomon. I live here. I live here, just here. Simon Solomon is in Israel, it's not here. On Sunday, I don't think.
Want to tell us on camera or no? You want to tell us?
You know my dad went overall. all over the world. They said everyone was touched because I spoke from my heart.
No, you don't want to talk from your heart?
I talk so much.
My son is 12. We watch you every single day.
Did you watch his?
You're incredible, and I'm so grateful.
Did you
for
watch his
everything.
last video with me talking? He was talking with me. That was crying. That's me.
Can I have a photo with you? You're amazing. I can't tell you thank you for everything.
We need to give him. We need to collect for him money.
My son won't believe this.
You are so.
You want to be in it too? Okay. I'll get your number. Thank you for everything, Avi. We can only pray that the world becomes a better place, but you make so much sense, and I just hope people listen to you.
Oh, good that you got something
You are inspiring to, like, he's 12, he's in year 6, he comes home from school. He's like, have we seen Avi's latest episode? You've been the person that we've watched the most.
You need to see his last video about me. Because
I will.
was
Do
in
you want me to send you the message, the photo?
Ilan. Good to meet you. Friend of Holmes.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Yeah, can we get a photo for my dad? Yeah, Sean, you get in as well.
Come on.
Come on, Sean. Yeah.
Sean, you might have to go to the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
777
Thanks, Dad. My dad was in the Sun.
Paul, come on, Paul.
My dad was in the Sun Funding in 1956.
Yeah.
Yeah. And was a great guy.
What? I think he was taking photos. Was he taking? No, not Paul. I don't have cards, no. Yeah, let's go.
Hey Avi, how are you?
How you going?
I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
I wanted to...
Thanks, guys. Thanks. Take care.
I just wanted to ask
Is Chaim around?
He's working. He was here with me
Yeah, he
yesterday.
said he
He'll
was
come
dropping
later, I think. Yeah.
You're basically the only Jewish voice.
I just
Those
wanted
Jewish
to...
people.
I just wanted to ask you, is it okay if we make a short 1-minute video together?
Yeah, you want to
Because
say something?
I started a chapter called Metzad, Australia. It's all in America. It was started in America, but I brought it to Australia because I think it's crucial that we...
We're just waiting for someone to come. I'm happy to do it, but if they come, then we're going to have to...
Yeah.
They're here. Oh, hold on. Was it the right? Bang.
You don't know me.
And not only that, but he's trying to unite Australians with Jews. Every single Muslim that's here does not care about the Jews.
You need to be protected,
It's all for
bro.
attention. Every single Muslim influencer that says they care about Bondi, they don't care. It's all for attention. They just don't want people to think
It's a backlash.
problem. They just don't want people to think it's an issue. Hey, how are you?
Talk to me, and
yeah.
then it's more natural.
Yeah.
You were going on a rant, and then you stopped.
Yeah.
So you're from around here?
Yeah, I was born and raised here in Bondi. Literally born in North Bondi. Probably, the only place I've ever lived in, like, for a long period of time. And my whole life I've thought there's no such thing as anti-Semitism, but as I was growing up, it's become more and more accepted in society, become more normalized. And it's only normalized because people have the hatred inside of them to allow it, to enable it. And I feel that every single Muslim influence out there, they don't actually care about the dead Jews that got shot on the other day. They're only saying they care because they don't want us all, the whole world, to think that they're actually an evil people. Because I've noticed something. I've learned something in their religion. There's two core beliefs. There's one is called Taqiyya, and the other core is called Dawah. And the one Taqiyya and Dawah are both pretty much the same thing. They're both about lying to the infidel, about lying to the non-Muslims. And I feel that if they really cared, they would have had a community that would prevent such an event from happening, because the shooter, unfortunately, happened to be from that religion. And I believe that if they cared enough, they would have prevented people like that from arising from their community and from doing such violent things.
In fairness, though, the man that tackled one of the shooters was also, at least culturally, I don't know if he's practicing, but he is a Muslim. That clearly shows that not all of them support. I understand what you're saying, and I don't see many Muslims. We have seen a few that have come here, but not very many. If it was the other way, I imagine there would be a massive Jewish presence at something like that. Not that Jews go around shooting in the name of Judaism. But there are, that was one man that's being hailed as a hero. How does that kind of work with what you're saying?
Firstly, I want to put it out there. I don't know the religion of the hero. I don't know if I've heard from some stories that it's a Christian Maronite man.
I know a lot of people are saying that. I think if you look at his name and his cousin's name, it's more Ahmed bin Ahmed or whatever.
I personally don't know enough, but no matter what religion he was a part of, he did something no man in this entire country did. He stood up for Jewish lives and he stopped someone from hurting any more Jews. And that's.
No, he didn't know that it was about Jewish.
There was a big menorah.
He did that because he wanted to. He took from him the gun, but he didn't know how to shoot, so they shoot him back. If you don't know to shoot, they shoot him back. Now he's in hospital, very sick. So it's not that he saved life or something, because
he saved a lot of lives.
Straight away, his father come and took the gun, and they start to shoot us again. I saw in the video how it was.
In the video,
he was lying near the terrorist. He was injured near the terrorist.
Yeah, he got shot by the other one.
So what's happened? It's not like it was so fast. Like.
Tell us, you were there, and a lot of people will know your voice from the recording. You gave us your account of how it felt from the position that you were inside. So obviously you didn't see you didn't see the you didn't see the shooters or the hero.
I know, I was there. I was.
What did you see? Tell us exactly what happened.
45 minutes in the floor, so I could see them. And even I was looking at them that they got like M13. It's a gun like the IVF gun, the shooting. Yeah. They are professional, because I know they was professional. It's not something that probably they are years. They know how to shoot. They probably got some organization.
Tell us on the human level. So your experience. What happened? What happened on that day?
No.
And how did? But I think people should hear from you and see your face.
Well, what's happened? I was sitting with my friend, and suddenly we heard shooting, and everyone was. We went all of us. We went in the floor, and waiting to be dead, because I couldn't see them. I could see them with the gun, two of them, shooting non-stop, very professional, like they know how to shoot. And from distance also, because they killed a rabbi that it was very far away. And it was devastated for me to see all this body near me on that. And it was very hard, that's a trauma.
What do you say? There's some people on the internet who say that it never happened.
Never happened? Oh, they get a life. They are. Who said that?
There are people on the internet that say that you're lying and it didn't happen.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Who's these people? Jewish? They was there? So how they know? They probably anti-Semitism, these people that talk like that, or they are from the terrorists. It's never happened.
How did you feel at the time when you were lying there?
Yeah, when you called me to talk to me, I was just come back from home from what's happened. So I was telling you exactly what, from all my heart. Actually the video went viral in Israel, and everyone just said, this lady, she's really talking about her heart, over everything, it's true. Everyone in the community, everyone just said that. So I experienced, and other people, they don't know, they are ignorant, they don't know.
Are you feeling any better? Because I know the other day when we talked to you right after the incident, you were in shock and you were very emotional.
From Sunday I didn't eat, I'm not myself. It really affected me. I think it's a trauma, and it's not something that get over from day to day. I just said whatever it's happened. That's it.
I hope you're doing better.
אני דיברתי מהלב. מי שלא מאמין, הם נגד ישראל והרבה הם ערבים, אבל in Israel, everyone, when you catch a woman or someone that talking from all her heart, הייתי בוכה. I'm going to live, הלכתי אליהם, אמרתי להם עוף, כל השוטרים. They say you're right. It was 45 minutes.
What is that? Yeah, we'd like to. How you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. I'm
Okay,
Chad.
Avi, all the best.
Bye, mate. What brings you here?
Look, I'm here today from the South Coast Aboriginal community. I'm here today to support Jewish Australians and all Australians here. This is a time of need. I just want to let Jewish Australians know they have our full support, and whatever we can do to help move forward from this all together. And it doesn't have to be a division thing. That's what caused this. So our message is that we all move forward together and try and find some peace from this.
How did you feel when you heard the news?
Well, someone told me. I didn't really know. I didn't really believe it. Someone said there was an incident in Bondi, and I knew there was a Bondi stabbing a few weeks ago, so I wasn't really concerned. But then when I found out the full story, I'm shattered. Like now, I'm shattered for these people. They come to this country for a better life. I mean, one guy, 87 years old, escaped Adolf Hitler Nazi death squads, and he ends up shot on the beach in Australia, and it just doesn't sit well with me,
Thank you.
Welcome, mate. I follow your channel all the time. brother.
Thank you, brother.
Rebel News, let's
Oh,
do
there
it
we
now.
go. Yeah, but
Okay, fine. Well, I love Pauline.
well, then you can come.
Yeah.
Where do you want Ben? Oh, she's there. Can we do it right after?
Okay. Yep.
Pauline Hanson has just arrived.
They came and picked me up.
Oh, there you go.
You
How you
know,
doing, man?
You know Avi Yemini? Hey, how are you?
How you going, mate?
Pleasure to meet you. Avi's a good friend. Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, well, I mean, but he's a bit too politically correct for us. It's unfortunate the reason we're here, but I think Australians have reached a tipping point. This will do, and as should be absolutely the case. The idea you just randomly start murdering people in cold daylight, I think we can draw a line under it after that.
How did you feel when you heard the news?
Well, my wife came out crying. That's how people saw it. Just can't believe it. This is not Australia. It's not how we work.
We'll let you guys pay the respects, and then I'll get a quick chat. This is Pauline. This is the first political person that's come here that's been welcomed with a round of applause. I wasn't sure how the crowd was going to react, but first.
Neil's part of our team.
A day for the community without, I don't want this to be politicised. You got my support. I always have done it, and I will stand strong with you, and I will speak up where it's needed to be spoken up. And you have to have a voice on the floor of Parliament to make change for this country, just not for the Jewish community. This is about all Australians. This is about our country, and that's why I'm here with Barnaby. We stand united in this, and we're going to stand united as a country together to fight the evil that is happening and this terrorism that's happening, and it should not be happening in our country. And we are going to do what we can to make change, and I will call the Prime Minister out for his failure to deal with this. We've seen it go on for the last 2 years with the hatred that's been spewed in this country towards the Jewish people, fellow Australians, and it's not good enough.
Why was it so important for you to come to this place?
It showed my solidarity with the Jewish community, and I have not backed away from that. I have been criticised, even on the floor of Parliament, by standing, united with the Jewish community. What has happened in this country has been wrong. And the leaders of this nation, the Prime Minister, Penny Wong, the Greens, the whole lot of them, have not shown a united front to stamp out the hatred that's been shown on the streets. and to innocent people in our nation, regardless of what background you are, what your religious beliefs are. Everyone has a right in this country to live without fear. They should have a right to walk the streets here without fear. And it just upsets me so much to see that innocent people's lives have been lost for no reason. It should never have happened.
It's going to be confronting going down there.
I know. I'm very upset with this.
I can tell.
Pauline, why do you think you're the only politician that I've witnessed in the hours that I've been here welcomed by a round of applause?
That's up to the people to say. I've only ever been myself. I've always ever spoken from my heart, and I believe in my country, and you know, trying to work with my fellow Australians to give them a better way of life. As I've said, for the last 30 years, this country has changed. And it's not the country that I want to hand on to my children and grandchildren. And the people in this country deserve better than that. We can make a change. We can be united. And I'm fed up with this Labor government under the Albanese government. That is nothing but division that's happened under his leadership. But I want to push forward. We have to, learn by the mistakes that have happened and ensure they don't happen again. I want a united country. I want us all to be at peace with one another. We see many wars and issues that are happening around the world. Don't let it continue here in Australia.
You said you want to eradicate the hate. How on earth do you do that?
You don't bring in people with their hate. You don't bring in people that are not going to assimilate and respect our culture and our way of life here.
How do you single them out? How do you find them?
This is not the place to discuss it. I have discussed it previously. It's a day that, I want to be here, show my respects to the Jewish community and to all Australians.
All right, let's do
Pauline, there seems to be a concerted effort to make this about guns. Do you think this is a gun problem? Did guns cause this?
It's not about the guns. The Prime Minister is affecting it from himself. It's not about the guns. It's not about the guns. It's a person behind the gun.
I was there. Thank you.
You all right?
Come straight.
We're from an Israeli delegation that came from Israel. We flew straight out when we heard about the tragedy. And we're members that came here to deal and give support to your community and the Jewish community and Australia. And we think that your voice is a very important one that needs to be heard here. And we want to support you and that you should continue telling the truth.
Thank you very much for that. And the Australian people were behind the Israeli people when it happened to them and the massacre of their people 2 years ago, over 2 years ago. These things should not be allowed to happen. And it's the leaders throughout the world that we have to stamp this hatred out.
I want to invite you to Israel to come and visit.
Thank you.
Sorry, I just want to thank you. I survived with my little baby, shielding my 7-month-old baby, trying not to suffocate him, but also trying to make sure that he stayed alive while the bullets were going. And I just want to say, as a Jewish Australian, thank you. Thank you for what you have done for our community. We feel very left down. We feel very broken and down, but you're a light, and thank you for everything. Because of you, I feel like maybe I can live in Australia.
Please, with hope together and strong voices in our parliament, please don't give up. I haven't given up on my country. Don't you give up. Okay? And I'm so pleased to see that you're safe and your baby's safe.
Thank God. Thank God. Thank you.
Who do you blame for this?
Hello, Warren.
Steps just here.
There we go.
Thank you. Pauline, thank you. Thank you, Pauline. Thank you.
Were you expecting this reception?
No, it's it sort of indicates my stance in fighting for my country and the Australian people for so long now, and I don't want to be here. I don't want to be facing this. No Australian wants to. And it's devastating. It's really devastating to me.
Do you think it's intentional that they're trying to make it about guns instead of speaking about the actual problem here?
Yeah, can we just get
Yeah.
please?
You can step around to the right. Up to you.
Change the laws, Pauline. Change the laws. Change the laws. Change the law.
I had no
Back
idea.
up and easy.
May I have a picture with you?
Less hate. Get rid of Albanese, please. Love you, Poland.
My heart goes out to everyone here and the Jewish community. What has happened? It is devastating, and it's shocking to believe that this has happened in Australia and our streets. All I call on Australians is that never give up hope that we can turn this around. We make change with this, but it starts with our leaders of this nation on the floor of Parliament to make sure that we give the right message, that Australians have a right to walk around this place, wherever it is in our country, without fear, that they must have the right to live in peace. I want to stamp out the hatred that's happening in this country.
Let's see you do it.
That is my job. And I have not stopped talking out about this. And I've stood strong with the Jewish community over the past 2 years. I've been ridiculed for it. I've had a go at, but I've stood strong that this should never have happened. Everyone has a right in this country. No matter whether you're born here or whether you've migrated here for a better way of life. Everyone has a right to walk the streets in peace without fear. And that's what my message is. We can do it. Let's get back the Australia that I grew up in. Let's get back our home and be proud of it.
Look, it's this was. I think everybody's going to have a time in their life that they remember certain things and when they happened. And I think even out at where I was at Danglema, Vicky coming out crying, saying, "Do you realise what's just happened in Australia? Do you realise that there's been a mass murder at Bondi, an attack on the Jewish people, and you know Australians overwhelmingly, as you go through airports now, which such a barbaric act of mass murder that they've reached their tipping point. They said that's it. You know, with this garbage has got to stop. There has to be the strength for people to call out exactly what is going on. There is not multiple cultures. It is an Australian culture that's egalitarian, that's peaceful, that believes in the rule of law. And if you don't like that culture, you have no place in this nation. It's as simple as that. And that's it. And that doesn't matter if you're out in regional Australia or you're down here at Bondi. We've been Australians are so polite. We tolerate things and we go along with it. But this is it. And if people don't listen, if governments don't listen, we will change your government. We will change your party. You will not have a job.
Good job. Make it happen, Bondi.
How we doing?
Australia great again, Bondi. Do it, Bondi.
When you see the crowd like that, you see the flowers, how do you react?
It's really upsetting. It really is. I'm shaking. I'm so upset with yeah.
Pauline, your message for the families of those victims?
My heart goes out to you. To lose a loved one in such a way is devastating. I couldn't even envisage how it feels. I just thought to myself, maybe that 10-year-old child lost their life could have been my grandchild, and it's just hard to say how those parents feel about losing their child like that, or even someone who survived the Holocaust to be here in Australia to have lost their life. Never thought that coming to this country it would end up like that. And as Barnaby said, you know, if we've got hatred in your hearts and you don't want to be Australian, you don't want to assimilate, you have different views or different cultural, you know, beliefs or ideologies, you don't belong here in this country.
You just heard from a mother who lied down on her 7-month-old baby to keep her safe.
Pauline.
How did you respond to that?
That's what parents do. That's how much they love their children.
Well,
And that's what I mean to lose your child. It's devastating to any parent, grandparent.
Your message to the hero who...
There's a grandmother of the child.
murdered child is over there, wants to say hello to you.
She doesn't speak great English, but...
This is Matilda's grandmother. We come from a Ukrainian background.
I'm so sorry.
And the grandfather standing there.
Grandfather's there, just so you know, everyone. This is my grandmother as well.
It's the grandfather of Matilda.
This is the people that lost their 10-year-old child.
I'm so
We
sorry.
lost our Matilda. We can't tell how sad we are. Like the little bright girl, she shouldn't go this way. She was 10 years old. It's unbelievable how it's possible. How it's possible in our day and time.
It is
heartbreaking.
unbelievable. Very heartbreaking to actually know that you've lost your
the
grandchild.
fault of Penny Wong and Albanese. They allowed this to manifest and happen. They allowed our people to get picked off like sitting ducks.
Вот тоже переведи. Что плохого евреи сделали миру? Что вы такое все, всю жизнь так? Все лучше мир привносим.
Matilda was a happy child. We want a happiness. Like we don't want to spread hate or anything. Just happiness for everyone.
We don't expect this to happen in Bondi like this. This is...
Все лучше придумывают,
We
создают.
can't see this happen again. We've got to learn from the mistakes that this government has not addressed, that we saw the hatred on the streets that's being preached. We didn't protect our students. We didn't protect the Jewish students, the universities. They have to change the whole attitudes in this country. We have to change the attitude of people coming here. Are they going to join in, be Australian and want to be Australian, to assimilate in our society? Don't bring your hatred to this country. That's my message.
How much does our community have to put up with? All the burnings, all the synagogues, all the graffiti, all the anti-Semitism. How much do we have to put up with until somebody looks up and says, hey, you know, we've got to do something. We can't allow terrorists to roam the streets with guns and bombs. It's got to stop.
We need a plan. We need
Look
a plan.
at this. This is a 10-year-old child. A 10-year-old child. It's unfathomable how we allow this to happen in Australia, in a country that everybody here almost came to have a free life,
to be safe,
to have good,
be safe,
good with their kids, do better for themselves, get ahead, and this is how we get repaid. This is how we are viewed. We are victimized. You know, we're constantly picked on, the whole community, and we get no leeway. And everything, you know, Ellie Schlanger is a dear friend of mine, was a dear friend of mine. Everybody loved Ellie, and Ellie loved everybody. And he wrote a letter to the Prime Minister 10 days ago, which I was privileged enough to see, to ask him to please consider the decision of him and Penny Wong recognising the Palestinian state. And what did we get? We didn't even get a response.
What I will give my word to the people here, I'm not the government, I am part of the parliament. And I have listened to you, and I've spoken up on behalf of the Jewish community for the last 2 years to express my concerns what was happening on our streets to the Jewish community. I will take your message back to Parliament. I will not let this be forgotten, what's happened here.
Please.
And I will do whatever I can to force the issue to ensure that the government and the Prime Minister and Penny Wong and the ministers
Barnaby, do something.
Do something about this.
That is the whole reason that Pauline and I are here is we are going to do something. That's what drives us.
Thank you.
You know, this is an outrage. It's horrific. It's barbarous. There is, and you know what? I found it totally disgraceful. On the night of this barbarism, of this mass murder, There are people online celebrating it. You know, and why is that important to say? It's not just two murderous, barbarous, outrageous people. There are actually people out there who believe in this, who believe that somehow that is it, and we have to weed that out. We have to weed that out, and we have to remove it from the Australian society, because it is not who we are. No. It is not who we are, and there has to be the resolution now. There has to be that epiphany where people say, we are now going to do something about this. Otherwise, you're complicit.
Yes. Amen.
Thank you, Pauline. We want this message spread. Please. Yeah? She's my little cousin, and like we need this. I can speak on behalf of my family.
Death cannot be in vain.
Please. Like seriously.
Grandson.
Pauline, can I please have a photo with you? I love you so much.
Avi. Thanks for your videos. Like, I'm just following you.
Thanks for all your support, Pauline. Thanks for all your support.
Got that on video.
Oh, wait.
You're a professional there.
Keep up the good work, Avi.
Thank you.
I love all your support. Thank you, Pauline.
Can I please? My mum's broken. God bless you, Pauline. Love you, darling. Thank you, darling.
Wow. I'm telling you, I cannot
Penny
believe
Wong
I
is the
didn't
one
know.
we need to get rid of first. Albanese, Penny Wong. I'm with you, Pauline.
I want to
The
see
whole
them
way.
gone. I
Yes.
want him gone.
Yes.
Please don't to guns.
I've
Susan
already put out
Leah
a
just
message. I've already put out a message. It's not about the guns. It's the person behind the guns. They didn't have the guns. They had bombs in their cars as well. Whichever way they could inflict death and pain and suffering on the people. That's what it's about.
when I challenged Susan Leah on it, she said it's not about the guns, it's anti-Semitism, but she won't actually pinpoint which breed of anti-Semitism. Why do you think she's scared to do that?
It's because they don't want to say, and what the Prime Minister didn't say, this is Islamic terrorists. Okay? This is who's created this. And we've allowed the hate preachers on our streets preaching their hate, and that should not be allowed. Those Palestinian marches should have been stopped, should not have been allowed. And I blame the Prime Minister and I blame the Premiers for allowing that to go on. It should have been stopped.
What would you say to people that say free speech?
No other flag. Palestinian flag should not have been flown in this country, preaching their hatred.
Thank you, Pauline. That's great.
So, so Pauline Hanson arrives to a standing ovation, a round of applause from the entire community, something we haven't seen from any politician who's come here so far. And she's leaving in the same fashion.
So, Pauline, just for RTN UK, why is it important to be here today?
It's basically telling people, I care. I really do care. And it's just my fellow Australians have been murdered here. And it's important that I am here to show that I do care. And I'm united with them in their pain and suffering, what they're going through. And the community also needs to know that as a Member of Parliament, I'm not the government, but I am a Member of Parliament, that there are people that really want to turn this around and make change in this country. And I believe that we can do it with the right laws where we want to head with this. We've got to make a decision. What do we want from our country? What do we want for the future generations? Do we want peace and harmony, or be civil wars and unrest here like we see in other countries around the world? We've seen the division that's happened. I spoke out against multiculturalism in 1996 because you can't have different cultures. We are multiracial, but at the end of the day, we must be Australians under the one law, the one culture, and we must believe and want to assimilate and care for each other. That's what I want for this country. And any division and hatred out there, as far as I'm concerned, if you don't want to assimilate, you don't want to be part of this country and abide by the rules and laws, then get the hell out of our country.
There'll be people in the UK where our audience is that are watching this. What do you want people from all around the world to know?
You know, it's about time that politicians stop sitting on the fence and look at the real problem, the real issues. Now, the government is trying to say it's about the guns. It's not about the guns, right? It's about the person behind the guns. They've made the wrong moves for a long time, bringing the wrong people into this country, which I have said. Don't bring in people that won't assimilate. Don't bring in people with different views to what the Australian culture is. You know, and that's what my message is. So it comes back to the politicians on the floor of Parliament. If they're not delivering to you what you want and expect of this country, then get rid of them. Don't keep voting these same people back in again. Get rid of them.
Thank you, Pauline. Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you for your strength. Thank you for your
My pleasure.
Deep respect. Thank
My
you.
pleasure. Barnaby, just looking up.
Of
So?
Sunday's events.
Just a smidge, yeah.
You'll meet with him.
Sorry.
I'd love to meet him. I think he's everyone's hero. And for him to do what he did, you know, we've all got to say from the bottom of our hearts how many other people's lives might have been lost. And the poor man was shot himself. So, yes, I do. I think he's...
Something just and adding to what Pauline said, we've got to be really careful going to hospitals. There are a lot of people there who are grieving. This is so important that we're here. You know, there's been a lot of consideration about going to hospitals, but we have to understand that this is about showing our respect, not about some sort of publicity drive. It's about showing
And
our
you'll be watching
respect.
this now. What is your message to him in hospital?
If they went to giving out knighthoods, and I'd give out one, and it'd be to him, because he is the representation of what Australians do. A person who is not trained in the Defence Force, who of his own volition, when other people were rightly cowering for their lives, he went forth and closed, as they say in infantry, went out and closed with the enemy and captured him. He captured him. He got shot. And that is an inspiration of all of courage. I mean, this guy is a fruitier. He is, and this is...
I think he's a tobacco shop owner. I think there was some confusion there, but he's a shop owner. But
He's a shop owner.
What's your message to him, Pauline? He's probably watching this now.
Listen, mate, I hope you get over your injuries very quickly and recover and get out there, because I tell you what, people would be lining up to shake your hand, as same as I will be. I'll get in the queue with all the other Australians, and I do wish you a speedy recovery. To every other person who's in hospital as well, speedy recovery to you and to your loved ones.
I think
wish you all the best.
Someone asked me about that. I said, we want more of him and none of the others.
So somebody in the crowd just asked you, what do you say? He is from Syria. He is part of multicultural Australia. Is your question, what do you say to him for that?
He's a refugee from Syria. He's come here.
But it was a good one. Okay, yeah, but this is that's the whole point. We never said he wasn't. He didn't murder people. He's not a mass murderer. He hasn't turned up and decided to open fire on Jewish and Australian people in broad daylight. He doesn't need to prove his credentials in any other way. He's done it. The others have absolutely proved what they are. They are human filth, and anybody who wants to abide by them can go.
Can we just have the narrative be inclusive of people no matter where they come from?
No. There are certain people we will not be inclusive of.
Yeah.
There are certain people who rule themselves out by their actions. This idea that everybody is included means that you have to include. No, there is a line in being Australian. There is guardrails. There is a paradigm which we work within. And if you want to work outside of that, we are not inclusive with you. You are out.
So the narrative of immigration that's coming out of this, please don't turn this into a division.
Sorry, camera's out from the back.
Come to the side.
Together, please.
Blood is still really cold.
Now here, posing for some photographs. Thank you very much, Barnaby.
By far the most popular politician or even personality to have come to pay their respects here at Sydney at Bondi Pavilion.
Did not do a press conference. What does that say to you about the Prime Minister?
Didn't he speak to the media? Didn't he speak to the people?
No, I don't believe so.
That is not the leader of this nation. You know, if you're responsible for this, then face the people.
Do you think he feared the reaction here?
Yes, he did.
He did, because there's been
but
a
that
lot of
doesn't
hate.
matter. You know, you earn up, you turn up, you fess up, you pay up, you correct. You don't if he can't...
Did you fear the reaction? Did you think that maybe it might have been a hostile crowd, and are you surprised by the welcome?
No, I thought that, to be honest, I thought Pauline's it was going to be very well received, and I think that, even when they're not, you turn up. It's a sign to everybody else that.
And it's a sign
of
that
your
you're prepared
character.
to listen to what the public have to say, whether you got it right or whether you got it wrong. If you're going to be a member of Parliament to represent the people, then you've got to listen to the people and you've got to hear what they're saying.
And you've been here for 20 minutes. You met Matilda's family.
Yes, I have.
The heartbreak of looking in their eyes, Pauline.
They're devastated.
What do you take from this? Speaking to them and others and feeling the energy of what this represents.
People want change. People want to feel safe in the streets. They want to know that they're not being targeted. And that's where I see it as being targeted. So the first thing I'd like to do is call on the Prime Minister to deal with these hate preachers that are out spewing their hate on our streets. Should not be allowed. And people, like the way the Jewish students were treated at the universities was disgusting what's happened in our country. So I want to see that don't be weak and don't be pathetic in how you deal with issues. If you know there is an issue there, it's not about whether you're going to get the Muslim vote in some of these communities to ensure that you're in government. It's about doing the right thing right across the board, what's fair and just, right across the board for all Australians.
How do you disallow that hate and that extremism?
You pull them up. I would have them rounded up.
Round it up and
round
what,
it up,
Pauline?
round it up, and you would be charged over your hate speech. It should not be allowed on our streets. And the way after October the 7th, how they just went out there and celebrated, and it was the best thing that they've ever heard about. That should not have been allowed. They should have been actually questioned over that to have that said. So I think that there's a lot of things that can be done to change it. And I also look at the people that we bring into the country. Certain countries, they should not be allowed to migrate here. And I'd like to see Australian citizenship extended out to 10 years before you can get your citizenship in this country. So that if they are these people that are not fit for this country, then, sorry, you don't get your citizenship.
Do you feel here and elsewhere the momentum for you two, this new team?
That's up to the people to decide.
But do you feel it? Surely you feel it here.
I feel a lot of support from the public. Wherever I go in the country, there's always strong support. I think people see me as a person that's not fear to speak up and speak my mind and stand up and fight for the Australian people. I don't cower into a corner. I call it out the way that it is. And a lot of people say to me, at least she's got the guts to say what we're thinking. And that's what I say to people. And that's what it's about. I chose to become a member of Parliament with the blessing of the people of Queensland who voted for me. It's me up to now. I've seen people and heard, and even my grandfather fought at Gallipoli. These people put their lives on the line to protect and give us our democracy and our freedom of speech that we actually have in Australia. And you know what? I don't put my life on the line, but my job is to ensure that is not forgotten on the floor of Parliament. And I have to continue that fight. They lost their lives and made sacrifices for us, for Australia.
Thank you, Pauline. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
God bless you, Pauline.
We love you, Pauline.
We love you. It's been fair dinkum, Fair dinkum wants to do a line special with you. I get a word with you. Quick photo. When I'm 18, I'm voting for you. Definitely not welcome here, mate. Please save Australia. God bless you.
Can I get a photo, Pauline?
Yeah.
Pauline? I'll give you that. Thank you. Can I give you this?
Can I get one?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And I'll put it on, wear it with pride. I will. I'll put that on now.
Sorry, Pauline, can I put one right? Mate, you're the only person who's fair dinkum. Seriously, fair dinkum.
But you know where you stand with me, I don't move around the bush. There you go.
God bless you.
I just hope I don't lose that. I'll be devastated if I do. But anyway,
Thank you for
wear
wearing
that
it.
with pride.
Get a
No
close
worries,
up.
I wore the Jewish flag on the floor of Parliament, but I was told to take it off.
Thank you.
What are your views on the federal government supplementing the funding for user pays police officers to increase safety measures at public events?
That's a state matter.
The
Yeah.
history of soft targets being attacked is why is Albanese not looking at this?
Yeah.
It's a state matter.
Yeah.
We better do this.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. Thanks.
Okay. Karen?
Hi, Paul.
I was just telling Barnaby
Go get shot.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I can't say it. Thank you both.
Thank you, guys.
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good.
Thank you. Keep
You're welcome. It's my job. Okay.
I'm sure you rip Albanese's head off.
We're trying it. Yeah, we don't. We can.
You're in flight.
Get reactions from people. We don't need to film there.
Biggest fan.
Yeah, I don't do that usually, can I? Big fan.
How do you feel? Oh. How do you feel about Pauline being here?
Good.
Did you think that the reception? Were you surprised by the reception she got?
Yes.
Were you expecting some hostile?
She's very honest.
And some people don't like that.
Of course. Who likes honesty? No one likes honesty. When you speak the truth, you be hated, and that's Pauline. So God bless her. Let's see how she goes. That's it.
Come. Love your work. Thank you, brother.
I mean, the craziness has kind of subsided, but I'm glad to vlog that. I had a big deal about stuff, but yeah, also.
Get a wide shot of that.
Would the video that we got together be on would I be able to get it still afterwards? Yeah, you can just. I started a group called
It's on Rebel News all day.
It's already there.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm going to no, it's fine. What I think is look, I've just seen it. I remember.
Do you think Pauline's going to choose Jonathan?
Yeah. I think, yeah. 100. About 2 years.
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
You have to hear from him. It's really interesting.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to. Hey, down, man. You good? We'll hang around a bit just to see how. Maybe get a shot, please. ask you? Let me just ask one. Let me ask you one thing. Like, you saw the reaction to Pauline Hanson being here.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I think Pauline has created. She's literally like a star. She's drawn in her gravity has drawn in so many people. I think that she seems like a lovely person. Though again, all these leaders that we have in Australia in the Parliament right now, they've all shown very nice faces before they got into power, and then afterwards they change very quickly to suit the needs of their voters. So I don't know if it's going to turn out good or bad. I personally don't put my trust in any leader. I put my trust solely in Hashem, the highest. Now, I think that it's good. We must always, pay our respects to those above us. However, I think that we should remember, we need to be strong. We need to be mentally strong and emotionally strong, not just physically strong. Why? Because events like this can break even the biggest men down. The biggest with the most muscles, it can break them down because, you've seen your own bloodline get shot. It's a terrible thing. So, yeah.
All right. Oh, I'm tired.
Tired?
Avi, can I add you on Instagram? You have Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Thanks. Yeah.
Did you meet the 10-year-old family?
Yeah, travel maker from way back.
Everywhere we go, the right spot covers.
Oh,
yeah.
Not kind of place.
Why aren't they in jail? Straight away. That's
Be upfront, honest with people. Get out there and speak about it and try and get change. Because we have got, I have got control. I don't have the balance power in the Senate whatsoever to make that change. Hopefully, at the next election, what I want to see Albanese gone. I want to see the Labor government gone, and I want to see the Greens gone because they've got a lot to answer for this as well of their reaction. What did you think of them turning up?
I mean, honestly, there's something.
Disgusts me.
Yeah,
it disgusts me. Anyway, I can't say too much. I've got my matter
should have
before the
been-
courts with that woman. So anyway, I've got.
You're a legend, Pauline.
It's time to fix this country and rebuild and heal.
Yes,
We need to heal.
A contrite apology to the Jewish people, to the Australian people about your views, who you stood in front of at certain protests, the nomenclature of what's been around you. Make an apology.
What about Tony Burke? He was last night.
But with Tony, I hope would have more ticker. Okay, it's going to be a rough walk. Okay, but show your character. Show your character and say, okay, I'm going to cop it. I'm going to cop it here big time, but I'm going to do it because maybe that will show a deference, show a form of reconciliation, because people have a right to be angry with you. The people here are not violent. Those animals were
Do you
violent.
mean he should
These
show
people
up
are
during-
not violent.
He should show up during the day instead of late at
Yes,
night?
yes, and just doing it, everyone picks it. You see it from a mile away and say, Tony, have the ticker. Have the ticker. And if you feel ashamed about turning up, then ask yourself the question, why?
The people are angry.
I've never heard the Labor government apologise for anything. They've never apologised.
Brought in nearly 3,000 people from Gaza. Here you have the issues that's here. Here you have the hatred of what's happening in Gaza Strip towards the Jewish community. Why would you bring them out here to this country? Why would only 24-hour check be good
Take
enough?
the guns off them.
other
That's the one.
people,
Take the guns
other
off
Jewish,
them.
Not Jews back in Muslim countries wouldn't have them. Why have we done that? Why have we brought
Take
the
the
ISIS
guns off
brides
them.
back in this country? That's what
Why-
I'm asking questions for. He hasn't read
why
the room. He
did
doesn't understand what's
the
going
father
on.
have
Who is
6
he
guns in the
supporting?
house?
So that's what I'd say to
And
Tony
the
Burke.
son
You got it wrong,
lived
mate.
in the
You
house
really
with
got
his
this one
father.
wrong.
Pauline Barnaby, thank you for your time.
Why would you have the guns in the house with the father? Take the guns off them.
30 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Done. Okay. Do you want to photo? I'll take a photo.
Okay. You want one for Asia?
Yeah.
Go on.
One. Doesn't matter. Don't worry about me.
Legend, mate. You're a legend.
Thanks, mate. Thank you. Keep fighting, mate.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I love watching you.
Thank you, thank you. That makes both of us.
I have we love you. We'll watch you. I said if I see you, I have to hug you. Let me make you her picture.
What's your time, mate? Thanks.
Thanks,
for
mate.
your time.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah,
I wanna
Been
photo
watching
with
for
you.
years.
Yes, you have one with my mom. Y yo también. Ah, you're better. You're amazing. Oh, yeah, terrible.
I think that'll be good, doesn't it?
He knows.
But you're blurry, bloody.
Yeah, because my phone is super
I don't want to do
dirty.
it. There we go.
Thank you, Avi. Thank you, Avi. We'll watch you.
Come.
Nice to meet you.
If they can ban it in parts of Europe, why can't we ban it here?
I totally agree with you.
Because
If you ban the burqa, that would solve a lot of the problems here. They wouldn't come here. These are the people who want to control their women.
yes, and
It's not
because
our
they know
culture.
if they ban the burqa, they lose votes. Got a lot of respect for you.
They go pick it up from. They go pick it up.
You're one hell of a woman, and you get more balls than 3 people
It doesn't matter
who I
regional.
hate.
It doesn't matter
And I'm
regional.
sure you can work
The
out who
local
that is.
council chamber can have locker rooms. You go pick it up.
outlived all your critics.
That's policy and working in Sydney.
Will you implement? Will you think of implementing that?
There will definitely be an oversight.
All right. Only
Can I
pick
get a
up the
photograph
gun
with you?
when you use
Could
it
somebody
and
take a
book.
photograph of me and Pauline?
If the police force have to do it, the public have to.
So get me a quick comment. I just want to hear, David. Were you expecting this kind of reception to Pauline and Barnaby here now?
No, it's way more enthusiastic, way more positive than I'd anticipated. And this is what we've seen as a real rock star reception. And both Pauline Hanson and Barnaby Joyce are embraced and applauded by the hundreds of people that have gathered at the memorial in Bondi.
Why do you think that is? Because I didn't know. I wasn't sure what to expect, whether they were going to be heckled, but I haven't seen a single other politician to get the reception they've got, and even the Israeli minister didn't attract this.
Well, I think that Pauline Hanson has a reputation for being very principled, for articulating values rather than political correctness. And at this moment, more than any other, we need people who will articulate values, who will stand up for what's right. She's prepared to call out certain problems and not worry about the PC. Carolyn, just let you know that the guy that did the death threat stuff. No. It's been adjourned to February.
You did really well. Well done. Well done. I'm so sorry for the question. Well done. Thank you so
There's 2 poles on the spectrum. People that are absolutely incredulous that something like this could happen. The other end of the spectrum. So I'm not surprised that it was
I invited them for tomorrow.
Both people are actually right. They're shocked by the fact that it actually did happen.
watched the Rebel on Instagram. It's really good.
They said we're in for and they told us a couple of months ago, 6 weeks ago, they were not even getting out of the country. So it has been festering and they don't feel safe. So it doesn't surprise me. Some of them we're shocked because Australians think we felt we were in the same country to walk the streets. And that's a general feeling of the Australian people. But the Jewish community knew what was happening down here. They felt it on a daily basis. The kids, the way they were treated in the universities and that
Nice to
sort of
meet you.
thing, having to get protection. That should not have happened. That should have been reversed by the Prime Minister. And to allow those Palestinian soldiers to go fly in a foreign flag,
Reception she got actually is huge.
I haven't seen anyone. Check it, and I wasn't sure. I really wasn't sure.
It'd be interesting to see if we can. Oh, well, how much turning out has been good. But not like this. Amazing.
That's what we have to root out. We want to get rid of the evil that's happening in the streets.
They just asked me, can you stay till like 4:50?
How does it recover? There has to be time for grieving and something
I'll be back.
this to acknowledge what's happened and get over the shock of the lot. And people have to respond and we as members of Parliament, we have lost this basic confidence that they feel safe in the streets. And that's where we must address the laws of this nation to make people feel safe. And people have to know that the future generations, the children, whether they want to go down, just walk down to the shop or go to school, that people are here for their children and grandchildren. And when it gets to a stage like that in our country, we're in big problems, we've got big problems, and I feel that's into that.
Thank you for everything you do, Pauline.
I used to say we
Why can't we get rid of them? Why can't we get rid of them? Why can't we get rid of
Well,
this?
we can't because the Prime Minister will call an election when it suits him. So you can't just...
Why can't the Governor General come out and find a good enough reason to get rid of them?
The Prime Minister appointed the Governor General. So do you really think the Governor General is going to
Well, it's wishful
an early
thinking.
election? Yes and no, it is wishful thinking.
Wishful thinking.
So
But they've done so many wrong things. If they had to have another election right now.
I think the public need to actually express their concerns that they want a fresh election. What I'm going to look at is if I put up a petition so that people will sign a petition call for a fresh election.
Does the petition work?
If we get large numbers there...
Then you can put my name down
Yeah,
first and foremost.
you know, it does send a clear message that to the people, this is the wishes of the people. So for him to ignore that, I don't know if the Governor General will look at that. If we get a petition of millions of people, you know, that's the wish of the people.
Get a petition to get, I'm sure millions of people
look,
will sign it.
Yeah, so let me think about that and whether I put one out through the party, through my office, my parliamentary office.
Amazing.
But
Do you think Albanese would do this, where he would come here and stand here and talk to the average Aussie that's hurting right now?
No, I think, unfortunately, he'd know that he was going to get sort of not assaulted. No one's going to hurt him, or the people aren't here like that. You know, we believe that violence is anathema. But he would get yelled at, and he has every right to be yelled at. You know, and it's really a mark of his character. You've got to turn up when people have a real very upset with what you've done, and you know, turn up, fess up, fix it up. You know, and I think people, to be quite frank,
He couldn't lie straight in bed if his life depended on it.
They'd have slightly more respect for him on the way out than if he. What's happened is it's a platitude. It's perfunctory. It's not earnestly felt. You know, turning up after 9:30 and all this other stuff, and then other people who should have just gone to the top and apologised. Just said sorry.
No, we need to make Australia great. We need to go and drop 10,000.
Right.
Thank you for being here. Okay. Do you mind if I have a photograph? See your permission?
Yeah, we need to go in.
Sorry, I was there. I want to tell you that I was there on Sunday.
Julian, I might become
When-
your official photographer. Just
There
right.
you go. Can you?
I was there on Sunday when it was happening.
Sorry.
It's time to get to my nation. I was thinking about it's experiencing dead people.
Okay. She's never going to get out of here. That's how much love Pauline Hanson is getting in the heart of the Jewish community at the memorial for the terrorist attack here in Bondi, at the Bondi Pavilion. Something you will not see any other politician, certainly not the Prime Minister, at this dark time in our history. Absolutely amazing.
What Rowan Dean's my favourite because he's such a character. Rowan Dean. Yeah, we're going.
She just can't get away.
No, because we love it too much.
You know?
Prime Minister.
How do I get in touch with Vicky? I used to work with her.
Oh, Vicky, yeah, just ring my office. Okay. What's your name?
No.
How you doing?
Really principled. I'm a friend of Malcolm Roberts. It's a great man.
Yeah, he is.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure, thank you.
Are you surprised by the reception she's been given here today?
Not really, because you heard her statement. She was the first person that came out to highlight how dangerous it is to deflect the issue onto guns. And that's really important because if you don't look at the root cause and you try to deflect it to something which is not the main cause, then you know nothing is going to happen to change what the real situation is. So because she made that statement early on, so I think that, you know, it's obvious why she would get such a good welcome here.
Amazing. That's actually the perfect soundbite, so I needed that. Thank you. Can't wait. Just get it. In a minute. I just got to capture it. He's always getting in the way. See you later.
Thank you. So you have to. He's a good guy. He's all right. He's all right. He's all right.
And there you go. The most popular by far political figure, politician to visit the memorial site has just left. The crowd breaking up to a round of applause several times while she just spoke with people independently. Something you won't see any other political figure or popular figure even who have shown up here. No one has received that reception. Let me do a cut.
You're doing an awesome job.
Thanks.
Much. Appreciate you coming in. Thank you.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, let me just put my phone away.
I watch you all the time.
Thank you.
I have no idea who you are. I'm sorry.
Me neither.
Yeah.
My friend talks about you all the time.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Thank you.
And my friends are fans. My wife, all night we would listen to you on YouTube. Sorry, I didn't get it properly. Thank you so much. You're here, bro.
Where?
From Israel, and thank you for
thank
the
you,
job you're doing for us.
Thank you. Right, let's find a place to get that up. Where's your bag? Grab your bag.
Yeah, I want to cut the light first.
In a minute. I got to do all right, guys, we're going to cut this live because we're actually going to go and cut up the Pauline Hanson visit here as its own video. So thanks for tuning in, but we'll come back live a bit later on. Cut it.